Rename my fellow Toastmaster and welcome guys. Before going ahead, let's understand the agenda changes. Today, quiz master will be Prasad Bartakke, and there are three speeches. One is Prasad Bartakke, Elroy was, and Namrata Pandey. And Toastmaster Prasad Bartakke will be evaluated by Toastmaster Shabnam. These are the changes. You have to note down your agenda. So, dear friends, who want to be younger? I know everybody raise your hand because I have very free solution for younger. If you have to run forward, your age will be run backward. So you will be younger day by day. And I have great example when I look at the mirror. So running is a change of your life. And today's theme is a runtastic. You know meaning of runtastic? Anybody want to guess? Yeah, tell me, Pratibha.
Run plus fantastic is equal to fantastic.
Fantastic. Don't bother Google. Runtastic has no meaning. It is just like an app. But that app I am using and running all these kilometers and marathon from last 6-7 years. So before going ahead, let me tell you my story when I started running. I was running when I school days, maybe 100 kilometer, 100 meter, 200 meter, maximum 400 meter. For 2016, there is change happen in my life. I run 10 kilometers. When somebody told me 10 kilometers, I was shocked. Maybe somebody was shocked like this. How can you run 10 kilometers? But I run 10 kilometers last almost 6 years. I'm running 10 kilometers. And my speed is almost 1 hour. I complete 10 kilometers, means 6 minutes per kilometer. That my speed I'm running. So last lockdown, I run almost 400 kilometers and reduce my weight from 10 kg. I was almost 82, now reduced to 72 because of that running. So it's very free exercise. People are paying money for all these things. It is free available and you can reduce the weight. These are the main turning point. And another turning point happened in my life when I take an interview of one marathon guy. His name is Siva Pandian. He's my Facebook friend also. When I taken his interview, his age was 64. Now his age is 67. And he has run 550 marathon till date. And he started running in age of 50. You not believe, because he told me because of marathon, his unhealthy life become healthy life. And because of 550 marathon, his healthy life becomes super healthy. He just completed 17 marathon, consecutive date 17 marathon in Europe. This guy is 67. So what he told me when I run marathon 42 kilometer normally take 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours, he has continuously breathing. He's taking more oxygen inside. And that changes life. That changes totally body statistics. And he become younger and he has a more energy. So all this happened because of running. So during the meeting, we will understand what you get from running. Then some running quiz also there. Then intrinsic fact about running and my runner network. All this we can understand. I will explain to you. Before that, let's start with our business. Dipti joined.
Very much joined.
Toastmaster Dipti is there.
Okay. So let's start with Dipti regarding the preview. But I request everybody, you have to tell your running experience. If not running, any sports you are playing in school days, college days, or now, and what is your target or all these things you have to explain before giving your role or your speech. Over to Dipti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajan. I was not very good at sports, but I used to play badminton with my friends in the colony, or whenever we met, we generally played badminton. I was not bad at it, but still I'm not a sports person. But yes, that kept me active. It also helps to feel energetic and do your work in a better way. So I enjoyed that.
Good.
And I think you are inspiring everyone now to run and be active. So we will be fine.
Yeah, it's a health investment.
As the time goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm talking about a book be your own coach. Now, can you see or? Yeah. This book I read when I was actually going through a lot of issues. I never knew why I was not able to work better, or I felt very sad or irritated. Some of the mood changes or swings which we don't realize. And that was actually hampering my work and even at home. It was hampering my progress. I was always irritated due to some or the other things. But this book by our own Toastmaster Pratibha Tiwari, who is a NLP practitioner, master practitioner, career counselor, healer, she wrote it in such a way that I could improve quality of my life. Because I got to know that emotions can be programmed, can be balanced. I always thought that if we are angry, if we are sad, then what can we do about it? It's the other person or the situation which is causing the problem. So I just have to feel pity about me. But no, that is not the case. We can have happiness, we can feel good about ourselves and improve our quality of life in professional, personal matters by balancing emotions. So it is given very well in this book how to balance emotion, and even love and joy need to be balanced, because even if that goes over, maybe it causes pain, or there can be many more effects. So I recommend this book, Balance Your Emotions, because the best thing is that when you're sad, you want to give control to somebody else, that please help me out, be my coach, what should I do now? It's good to take help. Taking help, asking for help is a good quality. But this explains, suppose nobody is there around at the time you're feeling that you are in problem. This is the best friend. It explains you how to balance you talk to yourself, have kind conversations, why I'm feeling that way, and program your mind, because body, mind, emotions are all connected. If you're sad, you may feel pain either in throat or in heart. Is there anything physical happening there? Not exactly. It is the emotions which are causing all the issues. So I recommend this book. Read it. Know how to be your own coach, how to solve your own problems. And the best thing is that emotions can be balanced and programmed. It is not the other person's or the situation's thing. You have to be charge of your own life. It is, the language used is very easy to understand, and all the points, every emotion and the way how to fall in love with your own self is also given in this. I recommend all our Toastmasters and non-Toastmasters, all the people, read this book, take help from it, and improve quality of your life. Over to you.
Yeah, good review, Toastmaster Dipti. It running also you require all the emotions balance and your own yourself to start your own running and compete with yourself and go ahead. There are I, me, and myself. All this thing, and this is running also one of our meditation. Okay, so I'll introduce my running team who will help me throughout my meeting. First is Great Master Toastmaster Shruti. Please explain your role.
Toastmaster of the evening, respected President, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening to you all. As a great master, I will be welcoming you, all of you, to the Inner Universe Toastmasters Club's 407th meeting. So welcome you all once again. So we have 4 guests today. Can we have a short introduction? Toastmaster Rajan, please take over.
Yeah, no, before Shruti, you have to tell us your experience as a runner. You participate last 5-kilometer marathon, 5-kilometer runner.
At first, I started with 2.5, and the last year I did 5. 5 kilometers, and this time we are actually charging up for 10 kilometers. So actually our role model is my son.
Yeah, good.
He likes to run. So because of him, like we are running for that. We are actually motivating him. He is motivating us. So maybe with Rajan's inspiration, we can take up 10 kilometers this time.
Good, good. Okay, let's introduce our guest. Mr. Yogesh, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, Toastmaster Rajan, thank you very much for inviting me in this Inner Universe Toastmaster session 407. I'm very happy and glad to join this. And let me introduce myself. My name is Yogesh Prabhakar Amrutkar. I am here in Abu Dhabi from last 10 years. I work in EDNOC PMC as a senior instrumentation and control engineer. And what else I should say? That's my short and brief introduction.
Okay, so, Ragini, can you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. Thank you, Toastmaster Raj, for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Ragini. I am from Jaipur, from India, and I've been living in Abu Dhabi for almost like 10 to 11 years. I was a cabin crew with Etihad Airways for 8 years. Before that, I was flying with Indigo Airlines again as a cabin crew. So flying experience as a cabin crew for almost like 14 years now. Just got married a year and a half back and settled in Abu Dhabi now. Now I've been doing a lot of modeling and I've been doing pageants and everything. With that, I have a small business of jewelry, which is oxidized, especially from Jaipur, and clothing as well. So looking forward for this, and I'm very excited and I'm happy to see you guys. Thank you very much. This is about me.
Yeah, thank you, Ragini.
Thank you.
Irfan, can you introduce yourself? You are mute.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank
Good
you very
evening.
much to the Toastmaster members to give me this opportunity. My name is Irfan. I'm here in UAE since last 3 years, but new to Abu Dhabi. Because as last from 2.5 years, I was staying in Dubai, working there, and now I'm working in Dulsco as a commercial sales. My hobbies is to travel in a new places. I love to travel different places and I enjoy the connection with the nature. So like that, it's my short introduction. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome, Irfan. Who's the last guest? Najlini.
Mr.
N.
Jitesh,
Jelani, MITS.
Jitesh Balakrishnan,
I
actually.
think she's a lady.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is Nida.
Okay.
Hi,
Welcome,
Namrata.
Nida. Good evening.
Hi, Nida.
Thank you so much. Today only Namrata gave me this opportunity to join the Toastmasters Club. So I am a new resident in Abu Dhabi. It's been close to 6 months now. I am an IT professional and I belong to India. I'm also a mother of 2 young kids. So I'm happy to join this club and looking forward to more events and more interactive speeches and all.
Yeah, welcome,
Welcome.
Nida. Yeah.
Thank you.
So back to our introduction.
We have, I think, one more person,
more?
Jitesh Balakrishnan.
Hitesh, can you
Hi.
introduce yourself?
Hi. Yep, sure. Hi, I am Jitesh Balakrishnan and I'm working in Worli as a finance controller. I was in Abu Dhabi for almost 12 years from 2007 onwards, and then I was shifted to Saudi Arabia. I came back to Abu Dhabi since in last December.
Can you make your camera on?
Apologies for that one. I'm not video ready. I got the connection just 5 minutes before.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just thought that I'll get a feel of the Toastmasters and
Okay.
join
Yeah.
immediately.
No problem.
So from next meeting onwards, I'll be ready for the video.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome, Hitesh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
back to our teams. Next, our role player is timer Toastmaster Dipti. Can you explain your role? Toastmaster Dipti.
Dipti is not here.
Dipti left.
Okay, I'll take up the room. Yeah, I'll take up the timer role.
Yeah.
So, good evening to all once again. As a timer, I will be noting down the prepared speeches, evaluation and table topic sessions, timings, and I will give my report when called upon.
Okay. Welcome. Our next is grammarian Toastmaster Shabnam. Can you explain your role?
Toastmaster of the evening, President, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. A very good evening. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any misuses of the English language, may provide suggestions for improvements, as well as note any outstanding use of language, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. I will give my report when called upon. Over to you.
Yeah, our next role player is Quiz Master Toastmaster Prasad Bartake. Can you explain your role?
Very good evening to all. Toastmaster of the
Good evening.
President, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. As a quiz master, my role is to test the listening skills of the audience. Throughout the meeting, I'll be recording my factual, dated, and or miscellaneous information, and will ask questions at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and over to you.
Now, you are not explain your sports.
Yes, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. See, as you run, but my habit since my childhood is a fast walking.
Good.
I walk fast with the speed of 4 to 4.5 kilometers per hour. Fast walking, and that gives me so much of a breathing space, so much of a confidence, so much of relaxation. And the second is physically, I am not much bothered if I run and what happens to my knees. So fast walking gives me a lot of comfort zone, you know.
Yeah,
so this
good,
is what
good.
my hobby.
Yeah. And Toastmaster Shabnam.
Good evening once again. Well, as far as sports goes, I did play a lot of basketball in my school and swimming as well. And as far as running is concerned, right now, if I run, I have to carry the load of 2 people, myself and my weight itself.
Yeah.
So no, I do not run that much. But in school, yes, I used to be late every single day to school. So I used to run 3 times the entire basketball court. So that's my running. Over to you.
Okay, good, good. Now next role player is Word Master Toastmaster Shruti. Can you explain your role?
So for this power-packed meeting, I thought of introducing a robust word, which is, yes, robust. So it means powerful, potent, hearty, and booming. So you can use it in the sentence like this. We are creating a nation once again, vibrant, robust, and alive. The robust athlete quickly recovered after his knee surgery. I think you got the word robust, and which means powerful. So with this, I would like to play a short round robin. So may I ask Toastmaster Namrata?
Yes, tell me.
Yes, yeah, please form a sentence and you give it to other Toastmasters.
I had a robust morning walk today. Toastmaster Asif.
Good. Our last role player is general evasion Toastmaster Namrata. Can you explain your role before you have to tell your sports activities?
So the President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, good evening to all of you. today I'm the general evaluator for the meeting, which means that I will be looking at the meeting right from the moment it started till it finishes. And I'll be noting down what were the good things that happened in the meeting today, how did the meeting go, and where we need to improve. I will give this report when called upon at the end of the meeting. As for my, how do I say, my health investment.
Yeah.
I walk a lot. What I normally do is I have decided that 1 hour I'm going to do something every day. So normally it's walking, or I do some aerobic exercises at home also. I don't know whether you have heard the name. There's one person called Leslie Sanson. She's an American, and her aerobic videos are pretty popular, and I follow them. So 2-mile walk, 3-mile walk, 4-mile walk. So I do that. And let me tell you, it feels fantastic actually. 1 hour, whether you run or walk or do aerobics or yoga, it's an investment that you're doing for yourself, and you feel fit.
Yes.
Physically as well as mentally.
Good.
So that is my take.
Good one. Okay, now we will start with prepared speech. Before that, there is a one quiz, running quiz, very simple questions. My first question, running quiz: how far is a marathon in miles? In miles, not in kilometers. Anybody want to answer? As American, always talk about miles.
It should be somewhere like 2.5 miles.
33?
No.
Close? Am I close?
Yeah, you're close. It's 42 kilometers, so it is how many miles?
30.
Oh,
It
you
is a
were saying a marathon is 42 kilometers. I thought it is just 5 kilometers. It's too much.
It's a 42 kilometer, mana 26.2 miles.
Oh.
Remember, 26.2. With American, they not call 42 kilometer. American always talk about 26.2 miles. My second question is, which of the distance is classified sprint? There is a running called sprint. It is 1 kilometer. It is 100 meter. It is a 5 kilometer, 10 kilometers sprint.
100 meters?
100 meters.
Yes, good. It is 100 meters. My third question is, what animal is the fastest runner on earth? And what is his speed?
Cheetah?
Leopard. Leopard.
Cheetah is correct, but what is his speed? Any guess?
Almost 11 kilometers per hour.
100, more than 100 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, 120.
70 miles per hour. 70 miles means it is
140.
double. 140
140
kilometers per hour. Just imagine what we are running and what he is running. And my last question is, first quiz part is, where is the marathon? Which country?
Is it
Where
in
it started?
Greece?
Greece. It is in Greece.
Yeah.
Actually, the story marathon is the one soldier run 26 miles to give declaration of battle. He won the battle and he want to declare. He ran 26 miles from Marathon to Athens, so another area. So that's marathon names comes, and everybody called this marathon. Okay, back to our prepared speech. Our first speech is from Toastmaster. Before that, I asked Amy timer to timing rule for all prepared speeches.
The green light will turn on at 5 minutes, amber light at 6 minutes, and at 7 minutes, red light will turn on, and it will remain on till the speaker concludes. Over to you.
Our first speaker is Toastmaster Prasad Bartake. His speech is L2P3, mentors are required. Toastmaster Prasad Bartake, L2P3, mentors are required. Before that, I asked Toastmaster Shabnam, evaluator, to give an objective of this speech.
Very good evening once again. Toastmaster Prasad will be delivering L2P3. The title of his speech is Mentors Are Required. The purpose of this speech is of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and for the member to share some aspects of a previous experience as a protege. Over to you.
Yeah, Toastmaster Prasad, mentors are required. Over to you.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
raise your hand if you have joined a Toastmaster to become a good leader, means to improve your leadership skills. Okay. Raise your hand if you have joined a Toastmaster to improve your speaking skills. Okay. Okay, raise your hand if you have joined a Toastmaster to socialize and to make more friends. Okay. So we have now 3 different categories, 3 different objectives in the Toastmaster. Now, is it fair to say if a leader from one group combines from the another group, and then they collaborate and they can come up with a better idea how to become a leader? What is a leadership? This is where I think the mentors will come into the picture. How to mentor each other. Toastmaster, the evening, President, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Very good evening to all.
Good evening.
Today I'm here to present my lecture number 3 in the level 2 on the topic mentors are required. Now, in this presentation, I'm supposed to talk on the 2 objectives. 1, why mentors are required. 2nd, what is my personal experience? Which one you would like to hear? First one or the second one, my personal experience or why mentors are required?
Both.
Both. Okay. It's a lucky day for you also. I will talk on the both. Okay, no problem. So mentors are required because mentors are someone who have been there before even you have started your journey. They have gone through all graphs. They have gone through all the hard work. And whenever you require some help, they are always there in front of you or with you. Since our childhood, who are our mentors? Our parents. These are the first one. Then comes the school teacher, college teacher, then university teachers. Then we come to the professional life, our boss or whoever, and in a Toastmaster. So these all are mentors to whom we looked up to. Now, I have done my master's and PhD, so I'm very close to the concept of guide and the mentor business. So during my PhD, I'll just jump onto my PhD, because during my PhD, my mentor was a robust person. When I met him first, you know what he said? Prasad, let's do it. Instead of saying it, go and do it. How powerful word is let's. 80% of the problem, what we have is with the tone with which we speak. If we correct our tone in our communication, you can see the magic, what happens. The same thing happens. I would like to share another experience of my PhD guide. I recently joined the PhD and I was attending one of the seminars. During that seminar, I was sitting at the back and my professor and along with all colleagues were sitting at the front. And I was new and the faculty was giving some presentation on some other topic. I was very new. I was enjoying coffee and some new biscuits. And the samosas were there because a special guest had come. The presentation got over. Question answer started. I was enjoying the samosas. And suddenly, he asked the question, Prasad, I think you have some question, right? Initially, I thought, is this a Prasad or Prashant to whom he was saying? Then I realized everybody was staring at me. I said, yes. Then I looked at the presentation, but there was a last slide. Thank you. What to answer? Then I realized I have to, because everybody was staring at me. Then suddenly I started something and I said, okay, Professor, what is your 10 years lookout plan in this research? He was also not expecting this kind of question. So anyway, but that kind of a situation, my professor put me in. And that gave me such a confidence in any presentation, any seminar, the two things I learned at that seminar. One, you should always be attentive. Second, you should dare to ask the question. Don't worry about what the answer would be, but dare to ask the question. This is most important. In the Toastmaster journey, I am fortunate to have a DTM Judith as my mentor. For my icebreaker speech, I gave a simple biodata speech to her for a review. Question and answer. My name is this. I have done this. Then she immediately rang me up. She said, Prasad, remember 3 rules, thumb rules. 1, your presentation has to be a personalized. You need to add your personal things into your any presentation. Second, add some feeling into it. What do you feel? Good, bad, happy moments. Have some feelings into it. And the third, humor is icing on the cake. It is not a cake. The icing on the cake. So with these 3 mottos, these objectives, I started continuing my Toastmaster journey, and which is continuing. So I'm thankful for DTM Judith for giving me this good mentorship, which is still ongoing. In a way, if I look at it, all you are my mentors, because each one of you have contributed to my journey. Many of you have given me so much of feedback, have asked my plans. So I would like to thank each one of you in the Toastmaster for having me such an experience without letting me my essence. So at the end, I would say, we conclude, yes, mentors are required, because with the good mentor, whoever you are, wherever you have come from, you can always change. And this is the motto of the life. Change is the life. Thank you, and over to you.
Good one speech, Toastmaster Prasad. Really, mentoring is required in every field. If different mentors are there in running field, I have a mentor who guide me, because last time I running, I have cramps. Then immediately I call mentor, I send a message, he guide me how to eat before running, after stretching. All these things happen. Every field mentoring will guide you and correct you when you are doing some wrong things. It's a good one. So our second speech is Toastmaster Elroy. His speech is L3P2, handling negativity emotion with positively. Handling negative emotion with positively, Toastmaster Elroy. Before he's going ahead, I'll ask Toastmaster Pratibha, please say objectives, speech objectives.
Toastmaster of the evening, President, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guest, good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
And in particular, Toastmaster Elroy. Toastmaster Elroy is presenting his L3P2 project, and his project topic is handling negative emotions with positivity. And the purpose of this project is for the member to practice being aware of his or her thoughts and feelings, as well as the impact of his or her responses on others. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share his or her experience completing the project. For this project, either 2 to 3 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes are required. So Toastmaster Elroy, how many minutes are you using? Based on that, timer can record your time.
Yeah, 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay. So over to you, Toastmaster Elroy.
Who is the timer? Who is the timer?
The Toastmaster
Shruti is the timer.
Toastmaster Shruti, okay, yeah. Okay.
This is L3P2 speech, handling negativity emotion with positive. Before Toastmaster Elroy, you have to tell your sports activity.
Yeah, I go to gym, and then I also do walking. At least 3-4 times a week, I walk for 15 to 20 minutes near the old Corniche. Yeah.
Good,
So
good.
that is how I try to be fit. Yeah.
Yes, good. Okay, over to you.
Okay. Thomas Crum, in his book, 3 Deep Breaths, Finding Power and Purpose in a Stressed Out World, advocates taking 3 deep breaths. The first breath is the breath of centering oneself. The second breath is the breath of possibility. And the third breath is the breath of discovery. 6 to 8 times a day, you do this either on waking up or on retiring to bed or several times in between. Mindful meditation is a practice that will help increase our awareness. It also creates connections in the brain between the amygdala and the animal brain that takes control when we are overwhelmed with strong emotions. So,
Hello, Toastmaster Elroy. Maybe some connections issue.
Yeah, he appears to be frozen.
Yeah. He's breathing hard.
Shruti, you can call him.
Yeah. Currently is there in the meeting. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's back. he's back.
sorry, I lost the connection.
Back.
Okay, I
Yes,
just
yes, no.
continue from where I stopped.
Yeah, please continue.
Percy Shimoff in Happy for No Reason provides alarming statistics. Scientists say that every human being has around 60,000 thoughts per day. 95% of these thoughts are the same as the previous day. But here is the shocker. 80% of the thoughts are negative. And this is very alarming. That works out to around 45,000 negative thoughts a day. Why? The answer is very simple. We are programmed. Modern human beings have been on the planet for more than 195,000 years. And during most of this time, we stayed in jungles and caves amongst wild animals and with tribes we are trying to conquer each day. Negative thoughts helped us to prep ourselves so as to succumb the enemy. It was all about survival. But now we live in civilized society. We no longer live in those times, but still we are living in constant danger. Yet the negative thoughts keep coming. I'm not good enough. How will I make ends meet? I hate those students. My spouse doesn't love me. The answer lies in reparenting ourselves. I am good and capable. I can solve problems. I can make things work. Now, today I will dwell on a few suggestions to increase your positivity levels when faced with negative situations. Okay. So the first one is to spend quality time with loved ones. I do this often, just calling up randomly friends who have not been in touch for years together, or family members back home, and just striking up a conversation, and it brings the connection, it brings the positivity all back again. Secondly, is through physical exercise. A minimum of at least 35 to 40 minutes fast anaerobic activity, either running or doing the treadmill, helps to generate positive chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which makes us feel positive. Third is practicing mindful meditation and prayer. Okay, so you do 10 minutes or 15 minutes of meditation, centering yourself for at least 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening will help you to be a lot more in control of your emotions. Fourthly, finding more meaning and purpose in all your activities right through the day. If you begin to sense that, you know, whatever I'm doing is adding up to something, whatever I'm doing has a bigger meaning, your life will become so much more meaningful and so much more purposeful. Your emotion should be heartfelt. So whenever you're expressing your anger or your happiness or your joy or your frustration, please, it should come from your heart. And finally, I would say maintain a gratitude journal. Somebody told me a long time ago, and I just lost the idea. But recently, I've started it again. At least every day before going to bed, write down all the good things that have happened during the day. Who has positively impacted you, whom you have helped and served, what went well during the day. If you do this regularly, and all the people you're grateful for, it can be a simple thing like just enjoying a cup of tea, and you're so grateful that you enjoyed that tea, or you just went out for a walk and met somebody who you didn't see for years together. These simple things can make you feel positive and maintain more positive emotions than your negative ones. So I invite you all on this journey of maintaining your balance and more positivity in your lives. Over to you, Toastmaster B.
Yeah, it's good. Very good speech, Toastmaster Elroy. Positivity is required. And you talk about breathing. We're running. You are continuously breathing. Continuously, when breathing, you have to take a positive thought in your mind, and all negative will go away, and all positively you will go ahead. So positive is very important in life nowadays. A lot of negativity around. You told 90%. That is almost correct. But we can change to negativity to positivity. All this thought. Our last speaker, Toastmaster Namrata. I will ask, his speech is mentoring. I will ask Toastmaster Mohammad Asif to tell objective of this speech.
A very good evening, Toastmaster Rajan and dear guests.
Good evening.
And all the Toastmasters. Toastmaster Namrata, today she is going to give a speech on mentoring. This is an advanced mentoring speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the Toastmaster member to apply mentoring skills during a long-term mentoring commitment. Having applied those mentoring skills to mentee, today Toastmaster Namrata will be sharing some aspects of her experience as being a mentor. So during this project, the member has already completed 6 months of this advanced Toastmaster mentoring for the mentee. Best wishes, Toastmaster Namrata, over to you.
The President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Good evening to all of you.
Yeah, good evening.
So, have you heard the word lichens? Lichens.
No.
How many of you studied biology in school? 9, 10, 11, or 12?
Up to 10th standard.
Yeah, 10th standard.
I think all of you have forgotten what you studied in grade 10. Lichens is an association of algae with fungi. You know, a fungus and an algae, when they live together and they form a composite structure, it is called lichens. It is an example of symbiosis. Symbiosis means two people living together and benefiting from each other, like they go hand in hand. So basically in a lichen, the fungus cannot produce food. It cannot do photosynthesis because it does not have the green pigment chlorophyll. So it takes its food from the algae, whereas what does the algae get in return? The fungus protects it and it gives it a clear base on which to live. So they are symbiotic, in a symbiotic relationship with each other. And now you must be wondering why I'm talking to you about all this. Well, it does have a connection. Mentoring is also very similar to symbiosis. A mentor and a mentee. They share a relationship which is symbiotic because both of them benefit from each other. It's not just the mentor who is giving. A mentor is also receiving. So learning and teaching goes hand in hand between a mentor and a mentee. In Toastmasters, I joined Toastmasters in 2015. And in 2018 or 2019, my president asked me that, can you take a mentee? I want to make you a mentor for someone. I looked at him. Was I ready to be a mentor? But you know what? Surprisingly, I felt very happy. Why? Because it showed that I had reached a level where I was able to give back. And people felt that I was ready to give back. There's a very profound saying by Buddha. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Same way, when a mentor is ready, the mentee appears. My first mentee was Toastmaster Shruti, followed by Toastmaster Pratibha. So these two have been with me for a very long time now. And more than a mentor, a mentee, we have become great friends with each other. And it is, therefore, I call it a symbiotic relationship. I don't want to go into the details of the mentoring process, but today I will talk about what has happened during this mentoring. Now, me, Shruti, and Pratibha are three different people. I'm someone a bit serious, more systematic, more methodological, and I go very deep into everything and I want everything to be kind of perfect. Whereas both my mentees, Toastmaster Shruti as well as Toastmaster Pratibha, they're very creative people. They're very creative, very enthusiastic. They always want to try something new. So what do I do as a mentor? Not much, let me tell you. The only thing is, when they come up with new ideas, they discuss with me, okay, how should we do this? I want to do this speech, I want to do that. And not just speeches, anything and everything about Toastmasters. So my role basically is not to make corrections, but if I feel that, okay, this thing can be done in a better manner if you do it like this. So it's more of a brainstorming session for us, where I learn from their creativity and maybe they learn from my maturity, if I can say that. So that is the way we have been associated with each other. Over the period, what I have learned is that it's very good to have mentees. It's very good to interact with people who are new and fresh. Just like they say that if you are a teacher and you are with young children, you never grow old, because every day you are inundated with new ideas and new enthusiasm. The same thing happens when you become a mentor, when you volunteer to be a mentor, because when you become a mentor, it's not you who's teaching, it's you who's learning, because your mentees will come up with new ideas every day, how to do things differently from you, because you are not the same. No two people are the same. So that is what is happening with me. Shruti and Pratibha, they are very creative people. They come up with all kinds of ideas, how to make the meeting better in so many different ways. What are the new features they should introduce to the meeting? What are the new things? Also, how to change the meeting to become more creative, more better. And what I do basically is, I'm kind of the grounding person. I laid out the grounding rules, means my contribution is that I want them to try out all the new things, to experiment with all the new formats, but not to forget the basics of Toastmastering. So this is the way the three of us have been functioning for a few years now. And this has been an extremely satisfying and gratifying journey for me. I'm very, very grateful to both my mentees, because they have given me such a lot and I have learned such a lot because of them. So yes, mentoring has been a wonderful journey for me, and I hope it has been the same for Toastmaster Shruti and Toastmaster Pratibha. Over to you.
Yes, definitely Toastmaster Namrata. It is a give and take relationship and everybody can learn each other and we can also relate when you talk about mentor and mentee. So we enjoy your speech with mentor-mentee relationship. Now we conclude our prepared speech. I'll ask timer to read out the timing or what time is taken and who are qualified. Over to Shruti.
Toastmaster Prasad took 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Elroy took 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Toastmaster Namrata took 7 minutes and 10 seconds. So all the speakers are qualified for voting.
So we'll take now this one, best speaker.
Yeah, so I'll launch the poll. Yes,
So
please.
you can.
Speaker. You can see the poll.
No.
Okay, because you're the host.
The poll is on. I mean, as a TME, he might not be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you. I'll end the poll here.
Poll is over.
Yes.
Yeah, poll
Okay,
is over.
so yeah, we will go to evolution now, but before evolution, another quiz time. So this is second quiz time. Be ready with the other question. First question is, how far is the Comrade Marathon in South Africa city? One Comrade Marathon is there. So you know how many kilometers are there? Any guesses? It's called Comrade Marathon. It started in 1921 in South Africa. It's going from one city to another city, basically in June month, 9 to 10 June. Every year is there.
It should be 42 only, na?
It is 90 kilometers.
My God.
You have to run 12 hours, 90 kilometers, and more than maybe 6,000, 16,000 people are running this marathon. It's called Comrade Marathon, and it is basically for all soldiers. It started in 90, and if you complete it in 7 hours, you will get gold. 7 to 9, you get silver, and 9 to 12, it will get bronze. So one of my Abu Dhabi rider colleague, he ran this marathon, this Comrade Marathon. He completed in 12 hours, and he's going up and down in city, one city to another city. It is a festival in South Africa to run this marathon. It's called Comrade Marathon. My second question is marathon records. You can guess for man, how this 42-kilometer marathon, how many hour and minute? Anybody can guess? Marathon 42-kilometer man.
2 hours. 2 hours and 1 second or something.
We are very close.
2 hours and 9 seconds, I think.
2 hours and 6 seconds.
Okay.
It is a 2 hours and 6 seconds. You just imagine 42 kilometers in 2 hours and 6 seconds. And woman.
2 hours and maybe 10 seconds.
2 hours and 23 seconds.
Okay.
And for 10 kilometers, anybody want to guess 10 kilometers? How many minutes? Shruti?
30 minutes?
45.
45, you can do it.
30 minutes, 29 minutes, I think.
26 minutes 11. And woman?
26 minutes and 15 seconds.
29 minutes and 17 seconds. And my last question, because we have to take oxygen. So we improve the oxygen level because of marathon or because of running. So measure how much oxygen usually millimeter you breathe in while exercising hard you can. There is a measurement is there. You know what it is called? Measure how much oxygen you have taken.
Oximeter?
No. It's called VO2 max.